going on, Realist? It's Trey.
Miss Tasha.
Married to the Real, where we always keep it real. The Flash, Season 7, Episode 3.
Mother. Makes me think about that crazy ass movie with Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know if y'all ever seen that. That was an ignorant ass movie. This is what would be the finale to season 6. So I'm interested to see how they incorporate it in like a third episode going into a fourth episode. You know, or what's supposed to be a finale and premiere back to back. So
and I mean,
y'all get what I'm saying, but
yeah. You know, full reactions on Patreon. I can't wait to see this explosive episode. This should be a really good episode. It should be a banger.
Yeah, it should be. Our full reaction will be on Patreon. And we're going to get into it. Like I said, I know the Flash ain't going to let me down. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Flash. Nah, I messed with y'all. Oh, he just now waking up from last week. Let me stop.
Damn, they picked right up.
Yeah. What if he go jump him in there?
Barry.
You know what happens, Scoop?
Barry. Help her. Is she gonna be okay?
When you pulled Iris out of the Mirrorverse and she resisted, it created a molecular anomaly. All her neural pathways are disjointed.
Looks like her brain's been remapped. How do we get her back?
I don't know.
So it's the Flash.
CCPD.
Oh, wait, your wife tried to attack you?
Why would your neighbor try to make you look in the mirrors? Oh, hold on. CCPD?
If he's not your uncle, who is he?
Let me get this straight. You want to help bring your daughter in, Mrs. Dearborn, so that I can arrest her?
Sue's in trouble. We want to help her see things more clearly.
People change, sometimes overnight.
Done over 100 calls in the last hour. Exact same complaint. All saying that people they've known for years just aren't themselves anymore.
So if all these people in the mirror,
Do you
how they
think
gonna
this
get
has
some?
anything to do with the craziness at McCullough?
Damn. I know what's happening.
Move.
What the hell?
If she snatching people in the Mirrorverse, like how they gonna get out?
We have to figure.
We
it
had
out.
trouble just getting Iris and singing Camille out here, and the whole city about to be in this bitch. Like, how? What the fuck? That's what made me ask. I think last week, like, is she gonna be one of them villains that like they gonna make her see the error of her ways at the end, and she gonna like fix it? Because like, how y'all gonna fix putting people back over here? I don't know.
I mean, that could be a thing. Like, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
Get Iris back.
The fuck?
There he is.
Who was that?
That Iris?
Get out there. It's reflective though.
Hey, were you saying something?
Did he get snatched?
Yep.
Guys. Where's Barry?
I'm like, bitch, Windows is a reflective surface. He got snatched. What the fuck?
Tell me how to save my wife.
She needs to go back where she belongs. All of you do. Back to the Mirrorverse. You see, in the last 6 years, I've watched people like Joseph destroy the gift around you. A glorious world filled with wonder. You and everyone else on this planet had failed.
Satellites haven't met McCullough. Barry, I am not losing you too.
Frost is ready to come out.
Oh, thanks, Tupac.
How did you escape?
I didn't. Eva let me go. Why? What did she want? To tell us that we can't win.
Well, I hope you told her where to go.
No, she's right. We can't.
Well,
But he ain't walk up in this bitch. He came up in this bitch like a ghost. How that work?
Dr. Harrison Wells.
How? How he particles, bro?
I don't know, but
Had he walked up in this bitch, I would have been like, cool. Y'all playing with me with this particle shit because that made me think he not gonna stick around. Because when you think about it, it don't make sense for him to come as particles unless he... Is that an ability he got now? Like, he came back as a meta? He jumper? Like, what is... I'm just trying to understand.
Why would you say jumper? No.
You laughing. I'm trying to understand.
Listen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it out. It's just... Okay. I'm trying to remember from last week to this week. Okay. He originated in the field back in when he died. Now he's over here. Now he might be doing some kind of teleport thing, or that, like, because I believe that scene last week was supposed to be left over. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's exactly happening with this one though.
I don't know either, because
like,
I thought like they was bringing the Wells to stay, and I'm like, if he particles, like, that makes it seem like he won't be around or whatever.
He'll be around.
Like, now we got Ghost Wells. Like, what?
No, we ain't got Ghost Wells. I don't know how this exactly works. I don't know if they're gonna manifest in the different Earths that they came from, and like this being Earth Prime, essentially Earth Prime, Earth 1, whatever you want to call it. Earth 2 is out there because that's what Stargirl is. So is Harry over there? Is Nash over there? Wherever he came from, you know?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
All the other Wells died with him.
Exactly. And when Nash Wells gave his life to power the artificial speed force, he transferred all the multiversal particles of all the other Wells into the fusion sphere, except for 0.01%, and that's me.
How do particles become a person?
I have a theory that when Nash and all the other Wells were removed from the timeline, the universe required a balancing act.
We need help.
Sue? Ralph?
Holy plasmas. Dibs, where's your face? It looks like mashed potatoes.
Don't touch him.
Oh?
His body temp's a toasty 500 degrees.
Wait, you mean something actually melted the elongated man? Holy sweet Hawking.
Ralph texted me to meet him at McCullough Labs.
He was looking for evidence to clear your name, wasn't he?
Yeah. He figured security would be down because of the blackout.
This is what y'all
He was
do.
inside when Eva blew the whole place up.
Not her feeling that spark.
I don't get it. How are you supposed to get your speed back exactly?
Iris. Iris is the key.
Yeah, still not following.
Plus, Iris did have speed once.
And Nora was a speedster whose lightning was purple and yellow.
Yeah, this is so romantic.
If Speed Force energy is still in Iris, how do we get it out of her?
Well,
We repurposed the ASF to tap into an organic source instead of an artificial one.
I can help with that.
Okay, well, I'm
So
gonna
they gonna
If
rebuild the
this
machine,
works, we can all take the fight to Eva together.
Here we go.
Y'all Iris haters though, she about to be the key to getting y'all boy speed back.
I think she gonna be the key to more than that.
It's possible, but I just wanted to gloat a little bit because a lot of y'all really still be hating on her 7 seasons in, but you know, it's fine. Oh, not her just walking up on it like that.
We need you. We need you.
I'll be okay.
Incredible.
We're at 100% organic speed.
We need you. I need you.
Speed Force is reborn.
What was that he saw?
I don't know what he saw.
It better not have been Reverse Flash or no ignorant shit like that. Cause they ain't show it.
I know you find your way back to me.
Yes, honey, as it should be.
Okay, now that better be the last time.
You'll always be my lightning rod.
Okay. Cool. I love y'all. I'm glad y'all back together. But what the fuck was Will's looking at? You already sus because you just came back. I don't trust you yet.
They probably gonna show it at the end. That's probably gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see, you know what I'm saying?
He over here looking at the ghosts that even though they supposed to be gone. Like, he had to take his glasses off to look at some shit. Put them bitches back on and then still was looking crazy. I don't know. Y'all know I don't trust these motherfuckers.
You don't be trusting them well.
I ain't trusting nobody but Barry and Iris at this point. The rest of y'all gonna always be sus until I know otherwise.
And tonight I begin my reign as Mirror Monarch.
Mirror Monarch? God dang.
We're just getting started.
Oh.
How you like the Sonics, milady?
What?
Wait, there's more.
What the fuck?
All these damn evils, bro.
We in a fist fight?
Oh, what? We twirling. What we doing? You about to whip
that? Bitch! Oh, shit! There it is!
Not him whipping the lightning like that. How y'all gonna have my boy do that shit and then get bodied like
Finish
2
him.
seconds
What is
later?
this, Mortal Kombat?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, not the glass shard. You trying to kill her? I thought you ain't kill people. I told you she was gonna have to have something to do with her getting bodied. No point in having her have powers if not. Not they going back and forth. They don't know who to stab.
No, I wanted to make things better.
Talking no jutsu.
She wasn't really a bad guy anyway, though. That's all like.
I failed 2 worlds.
Eva, it's never too late to do the right thing. You told me about your dream to help people. You still can.
I was gonna say y'all better join hands and fix this shit. I ain't got time. Now Flash holding her hand too. What you about to do?
This what we doing.
That Wonder Woman 84 ending.
Jesus Christ.
Oops, sing back. I like how these mirrors are just perfectly placed wherever. Like,
Chief Singh? Sir, what happened? Are we
Dead. No, officer. We're very much alive. And I'm pretty sure we owe our lives to a certain speedster. And his better half.
Is it really you?
No, it's Chewbacca.
oh, please, Camilla, she on the phone playing.
That means the rest of Central City is.
She said it's Chewbacca.
Where are you?
I'm back at the Citizen. I was in that other place. I never thought I'd get out.
Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna kiss you like there's no tomorrow.
Oh,
Free. Choose their own path.
So we're gonna get another Mirror Master.
at some point I'm sure they need to open for her. I like even though I fuck for her. I guess if you ever want to try crime, go to Central City because you might get off, you know what I'm saying, afterwards if you remorseful. I'm just saying. I love them. Don't get me wrong, but they love letting people the fuck go so they can come back later. Like, the fuck.
Yeah. Like nobody's getting apprehended.
She fuck around and have a mental break again. Then y'all gonna be like, God damn it, we should have put her.
They killed Thawne, but didn't kill Thawne. Barry turned Zoom into the fucking Black Flash. Iris killed Savitar.
We don't even know if that's still even the same shit no more with the timeline with all that. Like, we don't even know if that really applies anymore. That bitch might pop back up too. Thought I was gone? Gotcha, bitch. Who? Savitar come back as somebody else, or like how he really was supposed to be instead of fucking Barry.
Gotcha, bitch.
Like, what if he come back but he not Barry because he wasn't supposed to be?
He wasn't.
That bitch come back on a plane and jump off. Gotcha, bitch. My origins. Oh my goodness.
Savitar rebirth.
Right.
the way it was meant to be told. Bitch.
Like, that's I'm like, with this shit, you don't know who gonna pop up. Like, none of that shit we done did before even count no more.
Got you, bitch.
Any sign of Eva?
No. Looks like Mayor Monarch was serious about starting over.
Iris, what you did out there. What if you're a meta now?
I'm pretty sure Eva took my mirror powers back with her when she left.
Maybe when she went back to the Mirrorverse, severed the link. Without it, no powers.
Well, the pod people are gone. We got everyone else back.
Somehow, and now I can see all 92 years of that life past, present, and future simultaneously. And somehow can travel to any moment I want.
Timeless wells.
So where are you going?
What did you see to make you want to leave?
Unless I can share it with the woman that I love, my wife.
Tess.
Moving forward from this point without her. Or going back to her. Well, I'm going to relive those 4 years
go back
we
and
had
realize
together over
that's not
and over
what she would want him to
again
do.
until I'm out of time.
And he gonna come back.
Is this Thawne?
Before you go, how exactly do you travel in time?
Easy. Just like this.
Preying on good people like my parents.
And we're gonna pay them a visit.
And clean house.
Ralph, we've been through a lot since you joined this team.
I'll save it, Bear. They say goodbye. I'll be back when you least expect it. And then Frost, we'll go on that road trip, okay?
She says, hell yeah.
Well, if you ever need help, just call. I'll come running.
Thanks. You do the same. Come on, Slick.
Stay flashing. Disney out.
They make quite the team.
Here we go. I told you they were gonna show that shit.
Watch, he saw some shit he wasn't supposed to. Thawne got speed back when he got speed.
Oh! The forces! So, did we just get the Speed Force Storm? Is that what we just got? The Speed Force Storm? That's what we got?
You can keep talking. I need to see something.
What you trying to see?
The colors. They were different colors.
Mm-hmm.
I figured when that shit shot up in the air, it did something, but I didn't know it did that. Blue, green, yellow, and red.
Blue, green. God. Oh my God. Now, if you don't know who Greens is, I don't even, like, you know who Red is. That's Thawne. Yellow's Barry. Blue, or I guess you could say that's white. That's more like Wally, if that's blue or white. Green is Inertia. And who is Inertia? Bart's twin, if that's right. Now, if they're doing... What's wrong?
Somebody on Twitter just take that to me. I need a reaction now. I need this broken down for me. Y'all, wow. Like, we just now, like, they literally just missed. Like, soon as we finished, they like, I need this working down for me. Like, this how y'all feel? So, I'm gonna let your boy hit y'all with this shit because I don't know.
The Speed Force has been reborn because we had a piece of it in Iris. Okay. No more losing his speed. Somebody being faster than him being hurt and can't move or can't heal, cool. But the taking away of the speed, I don't need that no more. I just don't need that. We're 7 seasons in. I'm tired of that trope. Like, that could be a saying, man. You lose more than the Flash loses speed. Like, that can be a saying, bro. And that's crazy. And if this is a speed... Hold on. Let me see something. Yeah. That means different speedsters get their speed or new speedsters are getting speed. So that means Mina could get speed.
You gotta realize, like, it's gonna be new and old. Because remember, when Wally came back, he knew something was wrong with Barry because something was wrong with his speed, too. Mm-hmm. It just went as bad off. So when he lost his speed, everybody lost their speed. So now it's like he got his speed back organically. So everybody getting their speed back, probably plus. But, like, the pluses are that, like, they just mentioned this episode that Crisis caused people from other places to be here in one Earth and one timeline. So we probably will get people that normally wouldn't have had speed here, here with speed. This is something I want to see in a second. Hold on.
So
I want to know what color her speed is.
Who?
Mina's.
You'll see.
That was a good episode, though. We still didn't see what OG Wells was looking at either. Like, they cut back, and you got so caught off guard with the moment they did show that we still didn't see what he saw. Like, most people probably gonna forget that because they did this. You trying to feel like, what the fuck does this mean? But he still saw something. That motherfucker had to take his glasses off, put them back on, and was still looking like, bitch, what is going on? That makes me a little nervous, only because he says he can see, like, past, present, and future Wells. Like, all of their past lives, all of the time, all of that shit all together. So that's, I'm like, is Thawne included in that? I know he wasn't originally a Wells, but at some point he basically became one. So is he included in that?
And Wells even said in season 1 that he could feel Harrison's emotions towards Tess, his feelings. He even found himself crying over her because of Harrison's emotions towards her. So
not only that, the way he told Cisco, like, he was like, if me and Camilla have even half of what you and Tess said, he said you will, like, he saw that in the future or something from some other Wells' point of view. Like, he said that, like, he knows.
Like, and I'm like, y'all, is Cisco go get his powers back? Obviously, y'all just teased it because it makes no sense for him to be in this suit and then all of a sudden the suit breaks and he can't use his powers.
Excuse me.
When he had these exact powers and wouldn't have to rely on a machine. Cisco got so strong he didn't have to rely on a machine. So is Eric saying, okay, just be patient. We're going to work it into the story and we're going to bring Vibe back. The true Vibe. Because that suit is just too much. It's too bulky. We can get him in a new suit, but like, damn. And Frost suit, I like the season 4 suit.
I don't remember what it looked like.
Season 4 suit was fire. If you can't remember what it looked like, just go to season 4 episode 15, Flash Time. That suit that she had on there, that suit was fire. And the way they wrote off Ralph. Yeah,
that was weird, but at the same time, I get it. So if they just need him back, then obviously he's gonna be a different person.
Yeah.
He has that thing on, so that make it seem like it worked, but he doesn't look like he is like normal, what he normally would. Same way they did Black Lightning. If you watching Black Lightning right now, like that's the shit. When they get through working, you're gonna open it up. Oh, it's Ralph, but it's not Ralph. Like. Yeah. So that's
so they're gonna try to figure out a way to bring Elongated Man back. They probably gonna wait like a season or two if they gonna bring him back. You know what I'm saying? If they bring him back this season, I'd be very surprised. Very surprised. I know Sue is supposed to be back. Well, come be on the rest of the season. I know she's supposed to be here, but I don't know what episode they're gonna bring her back on. Overall, it was okay for me. I like the twirly twirl spinny lightning thing that Barry did. This is the thing I'm having a problem with the Flash. The talk no jutsu. I want to fight.
I feel they will do more fighting for this part of the season. I kind of figured with the type of villain Eva was, it wasn't going to be that. Because she wasn't so much as like a villain. It's kind of the product of her situation. Like, she didn't go into anything being like malicious or like, oh, I'm going to kill everybody, blah, blah, blah. Her whole thing as a person, regardless, was to make the world a better place. And that was taken from her, which she thought it was her husband. But turns out, like, she really died, and you the mirror clone. Like, you the clone version of yourself. You're not the real one. So she had, like, a mental breakdown. This happens. She realized she was wrong. Like, I was figuring, like, the only way they would fix this is her. It was like, even if they could have beat her, y'all didn't have the mirror powers needed to bring them people back. When they went whole, like, snatching people. Like, had she not snatched people, then I'm like, okay. But when she started snatching people and putting them in the mirrorverse, I'm like, that's the only way they're going to get out is if she do it. Now, I'm glad they explained that because she cut off the connection, that's Iris doesn't have powers anymore. Like, it was just because of Eva, basically. So, yeah. I'm glad they explained that. So, she back normal now. So, okay, cool.
Now, she is going to have some mental problems with this shit.
It's possible, or, like, maybe Eva fixed it because, like, when you think about how bad off Camilla and Singh were right before they pulled Iris out, it's like she basically fixed all that.
Yeah. And I know somebody gonna say, well, the blue is Zoom trade. Look, I'm just going based off the spectrum of how Flash powers work in the comics. I'm not going based off the show. I'm not saying the yellow going out is Wally. If that's the case, everybody that has yellow is just, you know what I'm saying, a good speedster. But I'm like, and then you got the three other colors that are just bad speedsters will be, I don't think that's just gonna be enough. Like, I feel like because, like they said, Nora had purple and yellow. What's up?
What I feel, because you said the forces, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about the different kinds of forces, but that doesn't have anything to do with lightning. That's more of the Sage Force, the Strength Force, and the Steel Force. Those are the forces of the universe. But
right. But I just feel like for the show, if they go that route, maybe they represent them with the colors and the lightnings. Because I was thinking that because it's 4, instead of representing speedsters specifically. Like,
well, yeah, that would be...
I would think Sage would be green. I'm pretty sure it's not for the comics, but, you know.
I think it is, actually. I think red is strength, and...
Like, that's how I feel, but I don't know.
But it just
But
depends.
if they represent speedsters per se... Then you got Thawne, you got Barry, you got whoever else. That's what make me wonder, like, with the whole thing with Crisis, who all is back on our Earth that shouldn't be, or that, you know, like, that wasn't before or came from somewhere else or whatever. Like, we might have killed off somebody, but then that person's version of them from some other Earth may ended up on Earth or whatever. So that's what I'm just wondering, like, what they're going to do with that. I feel like that's why they kind of showed this. This is probably where you're going to get more, like, maybe Godspeed, since they teased that and never finished it out, and then Thawne getting his speed back, like all of that kind of combined is like, I don't know.
Fun. The best part about this is we don't have to wait 5 months to figure this out. It's next week, which is perfect. Like, with the next part of the story, well, the next graphic novel starts next week, so.
But
and then it's only what? Think episode 4 to 11. That's your villain for there. 4 to 11 is your villain, and then 12 to 18. That's your villain for there. So, and this is, I think Black Hole is still going to play a part in this. I don't know who the I guess I'm spoiled because I want those speedster villains. So many of them.
That's probably what you're gonna get before this over though.
Like I'm ready for those speedster villains. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the Cobalt Blue, the Rajin. I'm ready for the Daniel West. I'm ready for the origin story for the final season of Eobard Thawne, his origin story, where they call Matt and say, Matt, yeah, we need you to come in and do this origin story, and we see what pushed him over the edge to want to kill Barry. I want to see his attempts through Barry's life, making him suffer and pushing him down the stairs, killing his friend. I know it happens in the comics like that. You know, it happens. It's some fucked up shit. Cobalt Blue come and they bring back Rick, and he's Eddie Malcolm Thawne, or Malcolm Eddie Thawne, or whatever you want to say his name is, however you want to put it, you know. Well, he's not even Eddie Thawne anymore. They've written that out of the timeline, and he's just Malcolm Thawne now, and he's Barry's fraternal twin brother. It's just, you know, it's there. It's there. What's wrong?
I have thoughts, but I just feel like I'm being like extra.
Go ahead.
But I feel like when they do colors on the Flash, like I feel like they do them for a reason sometimes. Like now that we're getting like later in the game, so because it's still funny to me that like you had Nash and the Wells as particles be a certain color, but then when you had OG Wells come back, his stuff was green, and you see like this green lightning here. So it makes me wonder, like, is that gonna play a part? Like, why green? Why would you pick that color? Why not just stay with the particles that the Wells were at first? When they, you know what I'm saying? Because they were like red or orange or something like that. Why go to green? And he can time travel. Like when you think about speed, you think about fast, but when you think about the Speed Force, isn't it more than speed though? Isn't it like, wouldn't it kind of include time travel when you think about it? Because you can time travel if you run fast enough.
Yes.
Except it's just made it seem like his was instantaneous. So that's when it makes me wonder. Now, the reason I tried to look this up, because I don't know a lot about Johnny Quick. I feel like that could be fan service in a way. I don't know if people would be mad at that. It's like, you won't get that from Earth 2 with that Harry, because, you know, like, he could have been like a Johnny Quick. So, like, is this a different way of doing that? I don't know what his powers are. That's why I was trying to look up and see, like, how
Johnny?
his speed worked. Yeah, how his speed worked and what color it was. So, I'm just wondering, like, I feel like they have a time-traveling Wells for a reason. But at the same time, it's like, that seems like it would be a little too convenient as well if he could do that with no consequences. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because, like, if you're able to travel back to when Tess was alive, and are you watching those moments, or are you actually reliving them as yourself? Because I would feel like if you're doing it, wouldn't you change something, and wouldn't that affect, like, the future or something? Like, wouldn't that affect something?
Yeah, it would.
Because who's to say you wouldn't get selfish and try to stop Reverse Flash from killing you and her if you know exactly when and where that's going to happen? That's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems like it's more to that story. Him having them powers are like too OP right now. Because he said he going to live out them 4 years. But I'm like, if you selfish enough to go back and just relive that and not stay and help us, that means you would also be selfish enough to try to bring your wife back. Like, is it going to be somebody else that messed up the timeline instead of Barry? Like, that's what I'm just saying. Like, I just wonder. These are things I'm wondering that's, like, probably not going to happen. But it's just, like, it's there. Like, it's there.
It's so weird, though, because, like, this is the thing with that COVID fucked up so bad. Because this is the end. And it feels like an ending, but we got an episode next week. It feels strange to me.
Yeah, it's finna flip real quick.
Like, and
why the fuck, what's his name? The magic dude?
Abracadabra?
Why the fuck is he here? Like, all of a sudden, Speed Force back, and the old villain popped back up that know a shitload about a lot of species. So, because he came Savitar season, right? And he the one who knew about Savitar and all that kind of shit. So, like, you back from the future? is this the old Abracadabra? Is this a new one? Like, where are you from? Because the one we got during Savitar was from, I guess he was from our Earth, but just from the future. Mm-mm. He was from somewhere in the future, though, right?
No, he was from Gypsy Earth. I think it was Earth 19. Was her Earth?
But he went from the future, though?
In the comics, he's from the future.
Oh.
He's from, like, the... What is it? Is he... No, Thawne's from the 25th. I think he's from the 32nd.
Because I'm trying to figure out how he knew so much about Savitar then, if...
Yeah, that's right. He's from the future. And I think he's from the future on the show. But, like...
He probably just went, like, so, like, as far as he was in the comics. But I thought he was from the future because, you know, he came with Barry, like, I know, blah, blah, blah. Like, he knew all this shit and what was going to pop out. So, this one, like, is he from the future? Is he from this Earth now? Like,
more than likely, he's from this Earth now. And eventually, like, they focusing on Cisco. So, and this was a Gypsy character. Mm. So, I'm feeling like that's gonna come back up soon. Breacher, Gypsy, I feel like all that's gonna come back soon because they're focusing on like Cisco-centric characters. I'm like, and they brought him in this fucking suit. This fucking suit is bothering me, bro.
Quicksilver, what suit? Does Cisco suit? Cisco suit?
Yeah.
I mean, it don't make sense because I'm like, you literally just made a suit to have the same powers you had, except you want to be able to turn it on and off when you want to. Like, I just feel like that didn't make sense. But maybe they're trying to make it seem like since he's getting to the point where he needs the powers, like maybe, you know,
they're gonna manifest themselves.
Either that or like he'll get to the point where he don't want it to be artificial. Because they showed it this episode, he needed it and then the shit went out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not convenient. Yeah. So maybe something will happen to make him feel like I just need to, you know, fully get my powers back or whatever.
And how are you gonna do that, Cisco? They probably been working the whole time. But I'm like, but if Cisco get his powers back, we get the vibe thing again. Now that shit was always cool. I always loved that about the show. The vibes, those shit was always nice. What's wrong?
Cause people still like, I need this. I need y'all to like tell me what's going on. Like people, they looking for
but
you.
Like,
they
no, I'm like,
you.
but this thing right now is the Speed Force Storm, which in season 3 finale, I actually thought that was gonna be the Speed Force Storm, if I'm being honest, because it looked more like a thunderstorm. This just looked like lightning just shot out in the different spots on Earth or some shit.
Wow, all these comments waiting on you, Trey.
What?
They waiting on you. I need Barry to the reaction down. I need this broken down for me. Literally. I became a Patreon just so I could get their full reaction. No, because they make me understand more about the show. And then, like, people just keep going. Yeah, what she said.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Yes, we waiting. Tag today like we waiting. Hashtag the Flash. Please. They like, please. They waiting on you.
But so. I'm like, listen, this is more show oriented. I just feel like it's either the Speed Force Storm or they're doing the forces right now.
Yeah.
I guess I can just say forces. Can I say forces without Star
What
Wars
color is Barry's lightning?
Yellow.
Because if you look in the middle, it's a blend of yellow and red, really. It's not, this is more orange or like two lightnings versus the singular, you know, like, just like when he did it artificially, you know, it showed like different colors.
Right.
So when it popped up out of the building, it seemed like it was more than one color. Not necessarily 4, but a blend of red and yellow, if nothing else. Because we think it's shooting up, because Thawne ass went in the air too, but
yeah, that's what
I'm assuming he calculated maybe this happening so he could get his speed back. Barry got his speed, I got my speed.
But like that's what Thawne said. Like that's what Thawne said. Like the timeline may be malleable, but his knowledge is intractable. Meaning he has knowledge of every timeline that will ever exist because he's immune to timeline changes, which means everything that happens, he knows about it. He this happened. Oh, okay. Well, let me course correct and I can make a new timeline so I can survive. I need Barry. I don't care, bro. I don't care if it's a villain and Barry's watching. I want them to kill Thawne. That's me though. Like not the first Thawne, the one that has to go back and kill his mom. I'm talking about the last version of Thawne, the version that ends his timeline permanently, that ends his timeline, I want that version to die. Now, granted, the Matt version of him can't die because he has to go back in time. That version can't die. People keep saying, oh man, the Reverse Flash, like people like, and I see these articles online that say, oh, the Reverse Flash is an overused character. Let me explain something to you. You don't understand the Flash because that character can't go anywhere. You take that character, you might as well take the Flash because that character torments him the most. That's like you taking out the Joker and what? Batman?
I just have a theory. It's something up with OG Wells that, like,
yeah,
it makes no sense for you to take out all the Harrys, to bring one, to have him leave and stay gone. Because, like, he basically solidified the fact that all the other Harrys don't exist anymore. That's why he's the 0.1% or whatever he said that was left over. So that's making it seem like there is no Harry on Earth 2. Because, like, if there was, he wouldn't have come back, basically. So it's like, you brought him back, you're saying there's no others, and y'all still gonna take him off? Like, he gotta come back for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's just as simple as time traveling, but why would you give time travel to somebody that's smart? I just feel like...
And make him be able to go to the past where he can change the past.
He can go to the past or the future, obviously, because it's like he could travel to any point in time that affect any Wells.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not any point in time period, but you know, maybe that'll be like the thing, like if a Wells didn't experience it, like I can't do it. But still, that's a lot of Wells, that's a lot of years, that's a lot of points in time.
92 years.
It's just like, is he gonna be the reason that he figures out that like the multiverse still exists? Like, will you try to access somebody's timeline and end up on another Earth, or like what is it gonna be that makes us realize the multiverse is still there? We got to get to that point at some point.
Yeah. And this is the only show that can do it. This is the only show that can do it.
Something gonna happen with these colors though.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just waiting, because they wouldn't have did it like that. You could have just did regular lightning.
Yeah.
They did those separate colors for a reason. I don't know if that's villain wise, more characters coming into the story. I don't know.
Man, that would be funny. Barry,
because this is
Check it
white
out.
really, but they gave it like a blue aura so you can see it.
So if it's white, then you would go Barry, Wally, because in the comics, Godspeed Lightning is what, yellow? Yeah, his is yellow.
Yeah, but in the show it's white.
It's white
in the show. Like, yeah, remember
it
when
is white.
It's
It is
white
white
in the show, so
It
that's
is.
why I was like,
Yeah.
you got the two villains at the top already. You got Thawne and and Godspeed right there.
Yeah.
I don't know who this green applies to.
Green applies to inertia. Like that's
I
the
know
only-
it does in the comics, but they may not introduce him on the show, so that means it could be for somebody else.
So
they could change Mina. They could bring Mina and make her green to be different or something. Like, I don't know. I'm just like,
yeah.
Then you got the Wells with the green particles. That's why I'm like, it's weird to me that they made his particles green. When you had the other particles, they were like oranges or red or whatever. Why change the color? Why go through that?
That makes sense.
That's what I'm just saying. Now, I'm not saying, like, I don't know if him traveling will make something happen to where he ends up with speed. I just don't know. Like, I don't know where they're going with it. It makes me more curious about the show, because I don't know where they're going with it. But it's something that's going on with that Wells that it doesn't sit right yet with me. Then you're the Wells that the Reverse Flash took over. So I still feel like
it's something there.
Right. Because if he lived as a Wells, that means you would have his memories and points in time as well, because he was technically supposed to be you. That's what I feel. And something about that doesn't sit right, because as Barry was about to get his speed, he saw something, and they did not they didn't focus on that.
And I know people gonna say in the comments, but they did. They showed you the lightning.
He
didn't
not
look up.
He looked straight ahead
behind him. Like, he looked behind Cisco and everything.
And he saw something before the lightning even dispersed. He started looking before that even happened. That didn't even.
Let's go back.
Yeah, you go back, but like he was looking before then.
Like, we looking at it right now.
Barry goes up and starts running.
Mm-hmm.
While everybody's like distracted, he looking at the percentages go up.
Barry's
Let me
running.
see what percentage they gonna show if they gonna show it before he look.
Barry's running, Barry run
towards love. You got your flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. Iris' hands are still on the steer. 85%.
Yeah, 80-some%.
Wally and Barry hugging. Barbecue season 1, episode 6. No, season 6, episode 1. Sorry. Incredible.
You get to 100%.
We need you. Iris eyes flicker. The power's now just surging into it.
Right. It surges into the machine.
Okay, it's going up.
And while everybody's preoccupied looking up, he looks over to the side and takes his glasses off. And then he kind of nods a little bit. To me, it looks like he nods. So I was wrong. It did hit the machine and it went up, but he wasn't looking up. Like, he looked over while they were looking up still. Now, that's just to me, like I say, look like he almost does like a little nod. And he do a double take. Take his glasses off.
Looks.
Squints. Puts them back on. He lifts his head up a little bit, and then he goes back to the computer like nothing happened. That shit is awkward.
Yeah, that's another tease they gonna have to do. The Speed Force storm that we saw is a distraction. Don't forget this scene. Those of you who's tweeting out and all that shit, don't forget this scene. He did not look,
because that's what I want to know what he saw. Like, the most amazing shit is going on right now, and something got your attention. What the fuck was it?
You know what he saw one of three things. He saw something happen, and maybe it gave Cisco his powers back. 2, he saw all the wells, which made him acknowledge the multiverse is back. We haven't seen it yet, so they're not going to show that yet. He saw all the wells, and they're like, oh, okay, everybody's back. Good. He gave him a salute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The multiverse is back. What was the third thing I was going to say? What was the third one?
Something that got to do with the reverse flash? That's what I was thinking.
He saw Thawne.
Right. Because that bitch particle.
Or, no. He had to see a younger version of himself as Thawne. As you did what you needed to do. Get out of there. Like, signifying that, yeah, you did it. You got him again. Tricking him.
Now, if he saw the whales, I wouldn't be mad, because they could do a storyline where, like, even though the particles were all together and they were used to do the stuff in the beginning, and it's like whatever was left over, like he was saying, is what brought him back. But if they made it to where, like, the universe kind of mind links all the whales, I wouldn't necessarily be mad at that. Because if you're going to stick with the OG for a while, like, if you just, like, done with the whole whales thing, you still could have them make it seem like, oh, well, you know, for some reason I had this kind of situation happen or whatever. You know, I just feel like if they don't want to keep bringing different whales, or if they don't want to, like, do that, you can make them, like, they mind linked to where, like, we know other Earths exist, but we don't really need them now because you got this one. So I don't know, but I don't know. But him being the one that Thawne used to turn and come do all this stuff, it just some still just don't sit right with me about that.
Yeah,
it could be nothing, but it's something, not because he seemed cool, but the way he just popped up, kind of just
so he time traveled from that moment to where Barry was in the room at Star Labs, which is so fucking crazy because last year, well, like actually, no, not last year. You can actually say that Wells technically gave him his speed in 2020 because that's when this was supposed to air.
Mm-hmm.
So think of this as 2020. Barry gets his speed in the original timeline in 2020.
What if this is a part of the plot? Like, he got his speed too early, so now we technically need him to get his speed in 2020. So that's why all this happening now.
Yeah, and 4 years from now,
I need them to snoop on this bitch wherever he go in time. I need us to get a cutscene every week showing what he doing.
That's probably what we gonna get because like Tom always has that moment where he have a season or two where he just takes like the first 3 episodes. He's not there. He shows up episode 3. I think it's like episode 3, and boom, he's ready to go. Like, probably part of his contract, but hey.
Yeah. It was a good episode, though. I'm just interested to see how this flows into what's coming next. So,
it's like,
what?
You know, certain things I didn't like, certain things I did like. You know, I want that villain that Barry has to defeat. I understand Team Flash. I get it. But I need that. I need that.
Yeah, you may get that this season. I just feel like it made sense to wrap up the storyline the way they did with Eva and the Mirror Powers. Like, it made sense. Like, she's technically faster than him. So it didn't make sense for him to beat her with speed. It had to be something extra. It's like, I get it. And then they keep emphasizing that he the paragon of love. So it's like, but it's gonna come a moment where that shit gonna be out the door and he gonna have to body somebody.
Yeah, he can't do that with Godspeed.
You can't do that with Reverse Flash, bitch. Love what? That shit go out the window when he see that hoe. You killed my mama and my daughter. Like a bitch, that shit is out the window. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on that fire to be lit again because it's coming.
Like, August not going for that shit.
Also,
oh, you know what I want? Hold up, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, because if you say what I was going to say, I'm going to beat you.
You know what storyline I wanted? You know how in the comics, you know what I'm saying, Mina and Barry had something going on, right? What if in college they hooked up and she come on the scene and have Iris feeling some kind of way? Oh, Barry, remember back in the day we used to cuddle and watch movies or some shit? Have Iris looking like, bitch, what? Like, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Just
I get the tea, but
go ahead.
I just feel like they married. At this point, if you was gonna do that, y'all should have did that already. But
nah, like he ain't cheating. I'm just saying.
He ain't cheating, but at the same time, don't make Iris look insecure either. Like she's married to him. Like if anything, like that shouldn't be a problem. Like I just feel like that's petty. Like that's,
no,
like that's some stuff a guy would want. Sure, like Mina come on and make Iris jealous. Like why? Like I married him though. Like
exactly.
So what's the purpose?
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, just it's CW. They do shit that's not needed anyway.
Okay.
CW do
but
shit.
But this is a Flash. We're not gonna put them in the same category with the rest of the trash that they trying to put out. So that being said,
just do that for me.
My question is, we had the whole speed thinking episode, the speed of thought. Mm-hmm. He got an extra power from an artificial speed force. So with the original speed force back. Well, not even like original, organic, so to speak. Will we see him having new power?
It's possible.
So that's what I'm interested to see too. Is it just gonna be normal? Is he gonna be way faster than before? Is it gonna come with something extra? Cause mind you, like we had to focus on Eva as soon as he got his speed back. Then we saw him whip the lightning. Like that moment was epic for them to just make him get body. Like right after they should have lingered on it a little longer. But that was a cool moment. Like seeing him like run around until he just almost like a little tornado with the little whips or whatever. That was pretty cool. Like, I hope we see more of that. But you're so focused on like the matter at hand to where you're not, let's run some tests. You know, we ain't got time to see like what else is going on. Cause his speed thinking came like what, next day after they did that stuff? I don't think it was the same day. Like the way it looked, kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like, is it, and then it also with it not being artificial and organic, it could take a little longer to manifest. But I'm just wondering what they're gonna do different.
And are we gonna see the Speed Force again? Like
Mama Berry is the Speed Force.
Like,
are we gonna see Jay and John on this earth? We gonna find where my parents' graves was. Like
because I know they were supposed to come back.
Touch on. You know what I'm saying? Like where that at?
Yeah, we didn't get none of that.
Because like I get maybe having to cut certain stuff out, but now you can bring it back. Like,
yeah, it's important. Those are important things.
Yeah, like I ain't forget because I like the Flash. I love the Flash. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna forget.
So what we gonna do about the parents in the graveyard? What we gonna do about Jay and Joan? I know John Wesley Shipp's supposed to be on Stargirl, but
yeah, but
Flash. Like Flash.
Even if they don't show them, like, still, you should mention something about his parents and all that.
Something. Or at least Joan, if we don't get Jay. Because I know John Wesley Shipp got to go to the Atlanta area to film Stargirl. So, you know.
I'm going to have faith that y'all got this done. I'm just going to wait and see what y'all going to surprise me with. So, we're going to ready to get out of here, I guess.
Yeah.
Our full reaction on Patreon. I hope y'all enjoyed this long-ass discussion. Because I'm sure it's a little ways, but
it is what it is.
I mean, we can only break down what we can theorize, which we probably wrong, but it's fun to guess. So
wrong
about the colors at the end and stuff. We don't know what they're gonna do with that. We don't know if that's characters.
That's Speed Force Storm in this bitch. We don't know if
they're characters, if it's the forces, if they're doing it different because this is their interpretation of whatever. Yeah, I mean, so we don't know how it's gonna turn out. But I'm sure it's gonna be interesting as hell.
But
can you imagine that 4 speedsters pull up? Not 4 speedsters pulled up on my boy. Just come up in Star Labs. Yeah, come outside, Barry. I just want to talk.
Flash, bring your ass outside. Run me that speed, my boy.
Pull up. You see the cameras. Know they be in there. Look, you hear the little beeps going on. Be like, hey, like I be telling people, I just want to talk. Come outside real quick.
Just pull up outside.
All them lightnings. Just see like they aura different colors and shit. That shit would be so dope. But
hey, run me that speed, my boy. Come on outside. We just want to talk real quick. Start beating Barry ass. That would be dope. Now, that's a fight scene. Barry take on 4 different species and beat their ass? Bro. That's the kind of scene. What, let me cover my chest.
Pull them lightning whips back out, bitch. What?
Boy, that's the kind of scene that would give me life. Life. Yeah. Him beating 4 evil speedsters' ass at once?
Back to the drawing board, guys. We wasn't ready.
That's the kind of shit, boy. That's the kind of scene.
That's so good.
I'm finna go. Yeah, thank y'all for the support. Full reactions on Patreon. It's Trey.
And it's Tasha.
Real.
You already watched, so you might as well subscribe. Please.